Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as we do each and every day. And quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser, Bitcoin is an IQ test and Trump failed. This is off the back of Trump launching his own coin. We'll also be discussing crypto companies paid $19 billion in settlements to U.S. regulators in 2024, which is pretty wild. We'll also be discussing the latest with convicted FTX executive Ryan Salami, officially in prison custody, as well as the SEC taking wrong approach to regulating crypto industry as Gary Gensler directs the agency agenda, according to their own commissioner. We'll also be discussing Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki predicts an everything crash of Bitcoin potentially going down to 5,000 per coin before exploding to $250,000 per coin. We'll also be discussing the latest from the Giga Chad. Michael Saylor, as MicroStrategy aims to be a Bitcoin bank with $1 trillion valuation. That's right. They're currently worth roughly $16 billion worth of Bitcoin, and they're planning big moves ahead. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. Happy Sunday, fun day. Church is in session. JV going to be preaching the Holy Gospel of Satoshi for the next couple of hours, and yes, it's caffeinated JV. I'm also about to be gingerated. You know how we do with the ginger love. But welcome y'all to the stream. What's crack-a-lagging? We're streaming live and in the flesh on X, Rumble, and YouTube. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. So spread the word and let our good folks know. Always appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and pin the stream at the top of my X profile. That way it's easy to find, and you guys can repost and comment. And anyone who reposts or comment will get reposted live on stream as well as shouted out. You're going to notice the stream at the very top of the profile. Shout out everyone here. Leah, welcome. Pump it, Satoshi gang. Love to hear it. Shout out the Zen of Gavin. Shout out our one and only Oracle regulators. Shout out to the short coin, DNA Noonan. I'm watching the NASCAR race, obviously the greatest show on the YouTube. Love you, bro. And the DNA fam right back at you. Shout out Calv Beans. What's poppin', Mr. Beans? I ate just now and I am stoked. Thank you, sir. Happy to hear you're here. JB in the building. Shout out Chandy. I saw you chatting here earlier as well. We had a nice birthday celebration yesterday. Ahoy, Bitcoin Pirate crew. It's Fun Day Sunday. You already know, Greg. Appreciate it, brother. And I'm checking the feed now. Thank you, Short Coin, for the repost. You wrote Bitcoin, let's freaking go. Here's my proof of work. And Chandy, as always, thank you for the repost. JC, the rest of the fam. Send it Sundays. You got that right, Calv Beans. And shout out JC Ice. Make sure to follow her. She's about to smash 2,000 followers on X, if not already. She wrote, Church is in session. Come on and watch the best crypto news stream on the net. Happy. It's kind of funny. Sat stacking Sunday, sat stacking Sunday, Saturday, sat stacking every day. I love it. But yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. I'm just reposting everyone out here. But take it away with our theme music. Quick shout out to Gavin. Appreciate the repost. Crypto News Live. Thank you, brother.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day. Maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome everyone to the live stream. I see Bitcoin maintaining above 62.6. We were above 63 yesterday, a little in the red today, but not much, just a $400 correction, which is normal. Markets, legacy markets will open back up tomorrow morning. So let's see our weekly close we should have in a couple of hours or so. Saylor has a very worthy goal. You can say that again, Eric. Shout out to the Giga Chad. Bitcoin week ahead, hopefully major climbs. I hope so, Ricky, as we're approaching the third week of October. It's typically the second final weeks of the month. The second half of the month is typically when we get bullish.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Forever. You hear that? Shout out all the wrench wielders. Or I should say wielders. I spotted K-Jam in another crypto pod. All good, you guys. You guys are welcome to watch any podcast you want. She's read earlier today, 300 million Bitcoin longs got squeezed. Yet Bitcoin did not drop below 62. Definitely a good sign. We're maintaining well above 60 Gs. Hopefully we get a strong weekly close here leading into this October rally. Now I know everyone is singing the same song out loud. Good morning. Good morning, fam. Welcome everyone just joining the live stream. I'm going to check the X feed again. Shout out Diana Joy. Appreciate the repost. Best crypto news on the YouTube. If you guys can repost with a comment or a quote, just like Diana did on the stream, you'll get shouted out live on stream and I'll follow you back. Thank you, Gavin. I'm now following you as well. Appreciate the support. But yeah, let me know what's on your guys' mind for this week in crypto. Let's go. Prescott, Arizona is where the rally is. What is that? A new Trump rally today? Right on. Good morning, fam. Good afternoon and good evening, folks. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, important to smash the likes. The direct YouTube link is cryptonewsalerts.net. Then go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell icon. Turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. Today is pod episode number 1786. I'm your host, JV. It's Sunday, October 13th, 2024. Market pulled back a little, normal correction, maintaining above 62,600. And as we can see here on Coin360, we're above 62,700. We have the majority of the market correcting and in the red. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, current crypto market cap sits at $2.18 trillion. Bitcoin market cap sits at 1.238 trillion. And we got roughly 45 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours of the market. And the Bitcoin dominance still on the climb at 56.8%, with the Ether dominance all the way down to 13.5%. Do you think that trend will likely continue with the Bitcoin dom climbing as the ETH dominance continues to decline? Let me know your thoughts. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, we got Celestia leading the pack, up 11%, followed by Athena, up 7%, followed by Brett, up 6%. And which alts are you bullish on for the bull? Let me know. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the daily. Safe to say, unfortunately, 90% of the market correcting and in the red. And zooming out on the monthly, looks better here. 90% of the market, maybe more realistically 80% or 75% in the green, with some very impressive, looks like meme coins. Nero's up 5,700%, SPX up 4,800%. Good Lord. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index today, we're dead slab in the middle with a 50, which is neutral. Yesterday, 49. Last week, a 50. And last month, a 32 in fear. And checking out time chain calendar. We have 184,487 blocks yet to go until the next halving in 2028. That will obviously more than likely be around April. And we're currently on block 865,513. And you can currently exchange $1 for 1,596 Satoshis, so roughly 1,600 sats per US dollar. You know what I mean? So there you go, yo. Let me know your thoughts from this market watch. Leah says, Hex, and there is any way of speeding it up? What are you referring to? Can someone tell me why it takes so long to start a Bitcoin node? Well, you got to download the entire blockchain, and that could take, I don't know, depending upon your internet speeds, 12 hours, 48 hours, I don't know. But when I first set up my first node, it took all day or 2 days or so to download the entire Bitcoin blockchain. That's why it takes a while. Nero's up 50,000%. Jesus Christ. In the past 90 days. Mine says 21 weeks before, says DNA. Hey, yo, fam, hope everyone is well. Shout out to the McFoofinator. Good to have you here. I hope so. Can't survive another 4 years of this. It says the Oracle Trump schedule yesterday was intense, to say the least. As Judson, any other 79-year-old would not be in this realm today if they had tried what he did yesterday. No drink equals no drugs. Never has, never was. Hashtag respect. Right, or never will. Thank you for sharing. Welcome everyone joining the stream. This is live and interactive, so make sure to say hello. Let me know where you're tuned in from, family. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. We're about to dive into some live Q&A, just checking out some proof of work. Anyone who reposts or quotes the live stream gets hooked up with some shout outs. So shout out Silver Spike. Appreciate the repost, brother, as always. Shout out Creeper. Shout out Eric Willie. I'm watching the live right now. Thank you, Eric. I don't recognize you, so proof of work. See where it says follow back. You now have my account with roughly 35,000 followers here on X following you back. I appreciate it. I just reposted you. Shout out Chandy again. Your best Bitcoin daily pod is live now. Always an honor. Thank you, Chandy. And hopefully you had a very special birthday yesterday, and honored to share it with you here on stream. And for those that missed it, I encourage you guys, after today's live, you can always go back and watch it. We had a birthday celebration. It was pretty awesome. And yeah, welcome everybody. What's crack-a-lackin'? South Africa in the building. Good to have you here. South Bend, Indiana in the building. Good to have you, Eric. Does Saylor still have you blocked? I think so, Eric. I think so. Maybe until I meet him at a live event, I'm always going to be blocked. And for those that don't know the backstory, a long time ago, that's why I hate spammers. A long time ago, someone did an X post back when it was Twitter, and they tagged like every influencer in their spam and has no relation to us. And I think Michael Saylor just blocked everyone involved in the spam post. I didn't make the post. I just happened to get blocked by Saylor because his name was included and tagged in the post along with my name, probably with a dozen other people. That's why I hate spammers. You're not supposed to tag people unless it's relevant to them. You just want to, hey, get your attention. Hey, look what I got here. I got some meme coin I'm pumping. Let me tag Michael Saylor and every influencer. But maybe Michael don't understand how Twitter worked at the time, my only logical conclusion. So he just blocked me. But I would have never dare spam an influencer with something not relevant. The only person that I can recall, Peter Brandt also blocked me, but I tagged him in something relevant. I did a headline featuring him and his article or his featured story that he was referenced. And let's just hypothetically say, I predict Bitcoin to go to $100,000 by XYZ date. I was just referencing Peter Brandt and tagging him, thinking he would honor that and appreciate it. But I ended up getting blocks. That's why I always call him the old man. But some people maybe don't just understand how Twitter works. I don't know. But people who are smart, like Max Kaiser, if I tag them, it's always relevant, and Max will typically repost it because he appreciates me sharing the news story about him, and he understands how things work. So shout out to people like Max Kaiser, Samson Mao, and the fam I always love here and adore. My bad. Hey JB, y'all made my birthday very special. Thank you. You're very welcome. Honored to celebrate it with you. That is effed up. That sucks. Who really cares? Like, honestly, I don't care if anyone blocks me. It's all good in the hood. It is what it is. People are going to block each other. It just means I'm not going to, go out of my way to share their stuff. You know what I mean? So for me to share a Peter Brandt story, I got to be very desperate for good content, which happens from time to time. I do a daily show, so it's not easy always digging up content. But yeah, I got to be very desperate. Michael Saylor, I forgive him and can care less that he blocked me because he's that great. I don't mind it. You know what I mean? I'm still going to share Michael Saylor stuff. I don't hold it against him. It's all good. I know one day we're going to meet, probably at an event, hopefully at Max Kaiser's event here in January in El Salvador, and I get to talk to him. I'll be like, yo, unblock your boy, and let's do an interview already. You know what I mean? But anyways, mom's freaking spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface, calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting. You nailed it. Shout out everyone in the chat. Appreciate you guys. And for those new here, I'm streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. We have 424 people here on the live stream. If you want to participate in the live chat, that's coming from the YouTube feed, from the YouTube channel. So make sure to visit us on YouTube if you're not already. It's cryptonewsalerts.net. Make sure to subscribe. All subscribers of the channel will get shouted out live and in the flesh. I just unblocked you, JV. Thank you, Adam. Michael Saylor's the Giga Chat. Exactly. Laura, we're all George. George Lucas? Star Wars? Sorry. A man arrested outside the Trump rally yesterday with high-powered pew-pews and a manifesto. JV, have you ever golfed before? I took some golf lessons, but only for a couple of weeks. And then I'm like, this ain't for me. I'd rather play chess or do anything besides play golf. However, I will be there along with the rest of the fam. There's a lot of things to do besides play golf at the event. And there's non-golfer tickets that you guys can purchase if they're even still available. It may be a sold-out event. I'm not sure. But I hear Jack Mahlers is going to be there. And potentially even Mikey Saylor. So I'm looking forward to it. What's good, Golden Eagle? What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome to the live stream. Checking the feed again, a little proof of work. Thank you guys for the repost and for the love. Versi Boer wrote, get $5 worth of the Bitty for free when you buy $50 worth of gift cards from Bitrefill using my link. And yeah, show her some love. Support her and buy some Bitties. The gift that keeps on giving. Shout out Glenn Cooper. Just reposted Broski. Put tune into the live. Eric the Red. What do we call people that use fiat as a store of value? We call them folks. You fill in the blank. Thank you, Eric, again. Appreciate it. I am following you back as well. Anyone who reposts the stream, I support you guys. But yeah, keep the comments flowing. We're going to dive into some live charts here in a moment. Mick Foof, MicroStrategy or Michael Saylor personally holds over 17,000 Bitcoin. MicroStrategy has 252,220 bitties. MicroStrategy is up almost a lot. 16% on a Friday. Broke its old all-time high. Long live the GigaChad, $16 billion position heading towards $1 trillion. They want to make ultimately a Bitcoin bank. We're going to be discussing this. This is our feature story. Do you realize what golf stands for? Gentlemen only, ladies forbidden. I never realized that, Oracle. Do you not play golf? Because it seems like you do everything. I mean, I don't know many ladies who do fencing, but you do. So let me know. But no, I'm not good at golf. Putt-putt. I played quite a bit of putt-putt in my younger age, but I'm not pretending to be good at golf. I'm not. So I'm not going to embarrass myself. But play a game of chess. I challenged Jack Mahlers to a game of chess. I think that'd be pretty lit. I know he's a chess player. JV, what to do? Shout out BitStack. Welcome to the stream. Let's stack those bits. Happy Sunday fun day. Church is in session. Happy 420. It's 4:20 p.m. here in Puerto Rico. We got 530 people on the stream. Keep sharing the live stream. Let's see how many people we can get on here. We're about to dive into some live technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies. Let's go. And ironic enough, we're still at 60 G's. A buying opportunity. So yeah, let's just get right into it. We did the time chain calendar. Again, you can get roughly 1,600 Satoshis per dollar right now. I'm just opening up the chart here on TradingView via Coinbase. We're going to do some live chart action. We'll start with the 1 hour. I'm about to switch the scene for you guys so you guys can see. Should be able to see here on your screen. Yeah, this is the 1 hour chart. This is live and in the flesh, live charts. 62,600 via Coinbase right now. We do have some targets. One is a bear target at $61,100. And we'll zoom out from here. We'll check out the 4 hour chart. The 4 hour chart shows us we do have, we're kind of in the middle of two massive gapped targets. One specifically a bull target at 81.3 and one a bear target all the way at 41. We're dead in the middle right now, just above 63, 62-ish actually at this moment. And zooming out from there, we'll check out the 1 day chart. Live action, you can see there's a rising wedge formation, definitely a bullish sign, but we do have some bear targets. We do have one at 47.7 and we do have one all the way at 41.4. And zooming out from the daily, we'll check out the weekly, and that's weekly, W-E-E-K-L-Y, not W-E-A-K. So don't get it twisted. And we do have the bullish cup and handle target sitting at 124,000, which I personally believe is still in play for Q4 here in 2024. We are in Q4 as of October, and tomorrow we're approaching the second half of the month. We're getting close, actually. This is Halloween month, so I think there's 31 days in the month of October, but we're getting close at 2 days away from the second half of the month when we're typically going on some parabolic rallies. And zooming out from there, we'll check out the 1 month. You're going to notice a lot of sideways trading action. Past 7 months, we're about, Yeah, I mean, to rip, in my opinion, in Q4. So I think we continue the bullish momentum. But do let me know your thoughts of where the price action will likely go next from here. And I also want to share something regarding Trump launching this token and Max's feedback to it before we dive actually any deeper. Let me pull up some of the recent tweets from Max Kaiser. He wrote here, Bitcoin is an IQ test. Trump failed. He also wrote another tweet, typical shitcoiner requests make everything much worse. Bitcoin fixes the problem. Shitcoins make it worse. Bitcoin is an IQ test. Trump failed. This was off the back of Zero Hedge headline. Trump campaign requests military aircraft with anti-missile capabilities amid Iran threat. And the other headline he wrote off the back of, anyone else find it odd that MSN isn't really attacking Trump for launching an ICO? They're basically ignoring the story altogether. But nonetheless, that's the feedback from the high priest. Let me know your thoughts with all that. And regarding Trump launching his own token, I believe it's the WLFI drama there. But anyways, happy to be here. Good to see you guys. What do you think Bitcoin's going to drop in the bear market next to 2026? Maybe we have a 50% correction from the top, maybe potentially as high as 60, 70%. I don't see 90% corrections any further moving into the future. But what do I know? That's just my personal opinion. Let me know your thoughts, guys. And keep in mind, this is not investment advice. Anything shared during this live stream is specifically for entertainment purposes only. Only ever invest what you can afford to lose. I look at investing as gambling. It's high risk. So always keep that in mind when investing, family. What's the probable low? 40,000? I doubt it. I think 69,000 is the new 20. I don't see us. I mean, let me correct myself. Once we break out and hit a new cycle peak in 2025 for the cycle, let's hypothetically say it's 200,000, a very bear scenario. I don't see us ever going back down sub 69,000. So hypothetically, if we hit 200,000, I think the next bottom may be 100,000, maybe potentially 80,000, but I think it'll be above 69,000. You guys let me know your thoughts. I think Bitcoin at 250,000 USD in 2025 is very doable. I agree with Eric, 100%. And that's more of my bear scenario. I think we can surge as high as 750, most likely be somewhere in between 222 and 750. Blessings from Dorado, Puerto Rico. I sing Chandy's song all the time too. Love it, Bitstack. The guy outside of the Trump rally yesterday was number 3. Are you trying to tell me there was another assassination attempt? I didn't even know that. 60 G's. They need to get Trump Secret Service like that guy with the gun that's allegedly Putin's. You know what I mean? Bodyguard or Secret Service. That guy is like John Wick. You guys must have saw the video. I reposted it. Disclaimer, not financial advice. That's right. We don't give financial advice. The hook is just so catchy. Yeah, I give Chandy all the credit. She created the theme song all on her own. You know, the 60G song and the majority of the music we play. So make sure to subscribe to her channel, Chandy 10 Music.
Buying opportunity for 5th level sexy genius. What do you think, JV?
Who cares about a roaring kitty? Boring kitty, not me. I'm for the bitty. I'm for the Nipinator. I'm for the Nipsey. Shout out High Priority Network. Proof of Work. Study the Bitcoin. Watch the Crypto News Alerts live. Respect. Bitstack. Sunday football and Bitcoin with JV. Come on in. What kind of football games are going on today? I'm out the loop. Put me in the loop. Put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game. 45% of the top. And hence, I doubt 100,000 in the next bear, says Laser. Shout out a month ago, right on. Cal Beans, what it do? Greg, Bitcoin's currently in one of the longest accumulation zones of all time. It is post-halving, quarter, historic performance equal 68% gain by the end of the year. So that is 106,000. Send it. He was apprehended outside of the rally with high-powered pew-pews. Oh, my God. And a manifesto. What is a manifesto? Like a document claiming what he was going to do? That's interesting. I'm in need of a God candle. Well, let's thank God he didn't get shot at again. Does that mean Secret Service is now doing their job, the Oracle? Let me know, and we'll dive deeper into that. But now that we broke down the latest technical analysis on the live charts, let's continue with the news and the headlines. This headline reads, crypto companies paid $19 billion in settlements to U.S. regulators in 2024. Pretty wild. U.S. regulators received over $19 billion in lawsuit settlements from crypto companies thus far this year, representing almost 2/3 of all settlements to date. Data in an October 9th report from CoinGecko shows bankrupt crypto exchange FTX and affiliated traded firm Alameda are responsible for most of the funds. Thank Gary Gensler for that one. It was under his watch, obviously. With $12.7 billion paid to the CFTC in an August settlement, and across 8 settlements in 2024, regulators have netted 78% more than in 2023, which only saw less than $11 billion paid. However, that is an 8,327% uptick in settlement values compared to 2022. And what do you think they do with all that money? They probably just hire more lawyers and continue to attack the industry, if I was to guess. But you can see the settlements here from 2019 to 2024. In 2019, there was only one for a total of $24 million. In 2020, there was two, $1.2 billion. 2020, four for $169 million. 2022, there was only two for $129 million. Now look at the jump from 2022 to 2023. This is where things get crazy. There was 8 settlements for $10.8 billion. And then this year already $19.4 billion from 8 settlements. Do you see a trend here? It is likely to continue to go up. It's called Regulation by Enforcement, Operation Choke Point 2.0, and thank Gary Gensler for that one. The total settlement amounts included in forfeiture, disgorgement, civil penalty settlement, and prejudgment interest, but not individual lawsuits against executives. According to CoinGecko research analyst Lim-Yu Kwan, the collapse of the Celsius and Terraform Labs in mid-2022 were key events that marked the shift from the crypto bull run to bear market, culminating in the FTX fall, which prompted a new wave of regulatory scrutiny. Was all that by design? Again, this was all under Gary Gensler's watch. Unacceptable, Gary. Terraform Labs' $4.5 billion settlement with the SEC regarding the algorithmic stablecoin Terra USD/UST collapse in 2022 is the second highest settlement for the year. Genesis rounded out the top 3 for 2024 with its $2 billion settlement reached with the Office of the Attorney General in August. Genesis filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in January of 2023. The year isn't over yet, and Qian thinks, given regulators' tenacity, Gary, 2024 could see a few more settlements before the clock strikes midnight on December 31st. I would agree with that. Quoting them here, even with a few months left of the year, 2024 had already recorded a 79% increase in settlement value compared to 2023. Given that U.S. regulators show no signs of slowing down, crypto industry scrutiny, 2024 may potentially be on track to record more lawsuit settlements than last year. It seems to be that way. I mean, look at this. U.S. regulators reached $19 billion in top settlements thus far this year, and you can see most of it coming from FTX and Alameda, followed by Celsius, followed by Terraform Labs, followed by Binance, Genesis, and Voyager. Then Telegram, Coinbase, BlockFi, BitMEX, Abracadabra, Silvergate, Gemini, Nexo, etc. Now, Qian also said one scalp claimed in 2023 was a particular note because it was the only company still operating when a settlement had been reached. Quoting her here, the Binance settlement is a landmark win for the U.S. regulators by being the only billion-dollar settlement given to an operating crypto company thus far. And I think that was like 4-point-something billion, which went to the DOJ and then hundreds of millions to the SEC. And in November of 2023, Binance and his former CEO, CZ, agreed to plead guilty to several charges, including anti-money laundering and to resolve lawsuits within multiple U.S. regulators. And also, yeah, it's wild. He just recently got released from prison. And since 2019, U.S. regulators collected $32 billion in settlements. Good Lord. So where's all that $32 billion go, yo? Hopefully not in Gary Gensler's and his goons like Senator Warren's and the Biden administrator bank accounts. But what do I know? You know what I mean? Big failure for the SEC. So it's like their front is, we're here to protect the investors. And then what do? They cripple the investors. They don't protect nobody. If they were there to protect you, FTX would have never happened. How many meetings behind closed doors did the chairman of the SEC have with Scam Bankman-Fried? And there was also some collusion, the parents, a lot of very sus things between Caroline Ellison and her parents and teachers and MIT, and Gary's from MIT. I mean, A lot of things seem very sus, as the kids would say. His manifesto claimed that it was going to be and against Trump. He was arrested by the sheriff. Jesus. Gary the Snail. No Claire Gare. All I can say is that Trump must be doing something right since the deep state is so against him. Yeah, and that ran away with all the Terra Luna still in Mountain. Are we referring to, what's his name, Do Kwon, living his life, still not in jail? How'd he escape? FGG, no hair care. Subscribe to #1 Bitcoin music channel. Chandy 10 Music, spot on. And you wonder why the price of Bitcoin is suppressed? I give you the SEC. Yeah, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. If we didn't have Gary Gensler in the SEC, Bitcoin could be $250,000 today. We could have hit 100,000 easy peasy in November of 2021. I think it was due to all the fraudulent things they allowed to cripple the industry. This may have all been by design. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but all conspiracy is, if you really look up the definition, it's more than one person conspiring, meaning plotting something. And of course, there's conspiracies and collusion and corruption. And the higher you go, the more freaking corrupt it all is. I think we all know that. And you wonder why exactly. Do Kwon, the terrible Luna. 'Tis what it is. Let me check the X feed again, fam. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. Bitcoin Bank, popular opposite of the fiat banking. We save, they spend. That's right, brother. Shout out Guido, the one and only. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you for the reposts on the stream. Let's see how many people we got here. Already 822. Not bad. I'm going to go ahead and repost the stream. If you guys can do the same, you're going to notice it pinned at the top of the profile. You can heart it, then hit the repost button. It's going to say, do you want to hit repost or repost with a quote? Please do it with a quote, because anyone who reposts with a quote or comments on the stream, I can repost your quote. If you only hit repost, it helps. But if you repost with a quote and say, yo, we're live, whatever it is, great show, whatever, JV's hat sucks, I don't care. But do something and I'll repost it. I appreciate it, yo. Repost on the repost. But welcome everyone just joining the stream. We're live and in the flesh. I'm going to be streaming for the next 90 minutes. We're just getting rolling. Ever wonder why? I mean, we all know why, yo. Bitcoin's a threat to the powers that be, the status quo. They have many names. Some may call them the shadow government. Some may call them a secret society. Some may call them three-letter organization. Some may call them Black Rock. You know what I mean? There's a lot of names for them. But one thing is for sure, Bitcoin has them shaking in their boots. So all they can do, being they can't control Bitcoin, it's immutable. They can't turn back the clock of the blockchain like they can with the Ethereum blockchain. So next best thing, let's control the on-ramps and off-ramps, and let's use all of this money to cripple crypto companies and exchanges so that, and let's give them no clarity so there's no rules and nobody knows what to do. And if we want to arrest someone, we can arrest them. If we want to shake them down for billions or hundreds of millions, we can do it. This is what it seems like to me. I'm no expert in the industry or anything. I'm just preaching the news. But this is the way it seems to me. Where the hell is the indicator? The Nippinator indicator, eh? People fly in planes in the sky with autopilot, but scared to ride in the car on the ground. Does not make sense. Pump it up. Pump it up. Love my CNA fam. Shout out Jay Busy. Now hit the likes, you bunch of degens. Hey.
Not me, I'm for the big team. I'm for the Nippinator, I'm for Nipsey, not for the weirdo Kit Kat, kitty cat, a kitty cat, I'm for stacking.
I was just looking for Nipsey. He must be downstairs. He has another bone. I think he's probably chillaxing or chilling with it downstairs. But welcome anyone joining the stream. Almost 1,000 people already here live and in the flesh. Good to have you guys here. Lots to share. Thank you again, Chandy, for reposting High Priority Network. You guys helping each other out only helps the stream as well. So thank you. And let's continue with the news. Next headline, eh? Here we go. Next headline is the latest with Ryan Salami, FTX executive. Headline here reads, convicted FTX exec Ryan Salami is officially in prison custody. Whoa. Yeah, that's right. It's official. He was sentenced to 90 months in prison for his role in the 2022 FTX collapse after pleading guilty to operating an unregulated money transmitting business and campaign finance charges in 2023. Now, what's interesting, it seems every executive pleaded guilty, including Caroline Ellison and Gary Wang and all them. The only one who pleaded not guilty was con artist scam Bankman-Fried, and he got sentenced to 25 years in the slammer. The former FTX executive attempted to delay his October 11th surrender date until December 7th. Hey, it was worth a shot, citing ongoing medical treatment for a dog bite. Hey, I'd let a dog bite me too to avoid prison. A motion strongly opposed by prosecutors and denied by Judge Lewis Kaplan in the October 10th ruling. Now, despite multiple attempts by Salami to delay the start of the prison sentence, the former FTX exec claimed to be relatively unfazed by the 7.5-year detainment. Salami jokingly changed his Twitter profile, I think we call it X now, don't we? And updated his LinkedIn. People still use LinkedIn? Interesting. To reflect, I've never used it, that he was now a prison inmate at the Cucumber Correctional Institution in Maryland. Cumberland. I don't know why I say cucumber. I'm thinking Bankman-Fried with his cucumbers. But anyways, he thinks it's funny. Look at this. 7.5-year prison sentence. Former free man. U.S. Republican mega donor. I guess, does he mean MAGA or mega? I don't know. CEO of FTX Digital. I definitely wouldn't have CEO of FTX on my profile any longer. Circle Trade. I don't even know what that is. And CPA, not a lawyer. Obviously. Now, here's the Laura Shin interview revealing all. Now, Laura's the infamous one who got famous from Michael Saylor's interview where he's like, it's going up forever, Laura. Unchained Pod host Laura Shin interviewed Salami shortly before the start of the sentence in an episode that dropped on the day he submitted himself to the prison authorities. And when asked about his withdrawal of nearly $600,000 in crypto amid the collapse of the FTX exchange, the former exec told Shin, this was not my brightest moment, and explained that his entire net worth was in FTX. Salami indicated that he needed the funds to cover the legal expenses, but acknowledged that he should not have withdrawn the money. Moreover, Salami claimed that at least one of those withdrawals was never spent and forfeited to the Department of Justice. Several weeks before the Unchained Pod episode aired, the former exec also revealed plans to obtain a law degree during the interview. Salami said that he had no interest in practicing law as a career, but sought to gain proficiency in the law to represent himself. Well, he has a lot of free time in prison over the next 7 years, so it only makes sense to read some of those law books, arguing that the previous legal counsel and advice provided was insufficient and caused his felony convictions. I don't think the legal counsel, in my opinion, caused the felony convictions. I think his crimes committed as an executive for FTX caused the felony convictions, and he must have not have been happy with his counsel. And a lot of people that go to jail aren't happy with their counsel. But nonetheless, that's just my 2 Satoshis. Do you think he'll have to serve that full 7-year sentence, or will he get out in 3.8 years as the Oracle just hinted? Let me know. Straight up, most hardcore Jeffries donkeys. What? Have not yet deployed? What are we talking about? Jeffries and donkeys. Most likely Q. I don't even know what this means. I would not want to be associated with FTX. I don't blame you. Now, FTX was once one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world. I think number 2, next to Binance. And they came like a bat out of hell, out of nowhere in 2019. And by 2020, they were already like the 2nd largest crypto exchange in the world, being propped up by regulators, I think, for a takeover. But that backfired, thank God. Shout out Adam Taylor. I thought I was going to miss it today. We made it for the live Bitcoin news with the JV. Thank you, Adam. I just reposted your brother. Shout out Xantella. Appreciate it. Bitcoin and She. Blast off Bitcoin rockets with JV. Nipsey and the CNA fam. Just reposted your Bitcoin and She. Thank you, broski. Looks like we got close to 1,100 people on the stream. Still got a lot of headlines to share with you guys. Normally in Palmas del Mar, but visiting Florida for the long weekend. We take it for granted, but Puerto Rico is paradise, especially in Palmas del Mar. I lived there for 2 years. Beautiful private beach resort. Remy. Great place to be. I got a lot of friends over there. Speak for yourself, Laura. I choose I am JV. We're all JV. We're all JV. We're all Nipsey. Except Craig Wright. The only one who's not Satoshi is the one man who claims to be Satoshi. And that's Craig Wright. And did you see Craig Wright has like some close to $1 trillion lawsuit he just launched? Kind of crazy. Bitcoin will be around 211,000. 211,000, eh? What's the date on that? By February 11th. Now we're talking gains knowledge. Right on my birthday. Trump should also get the other CEOs of court from banks, which make our money disappear as well. FTX will seem small against all the crime. Why are these guys untouchable? Want to know why they're untouchable? The criminals? Because very high people, lizard people, protect them at the highest level. That's precisely why. And these are their minions that we think are untouchable. It's not that they're so untouchable, but they're doing the lizard people's work. If you feel what I'm saying. We're all Satoshi. Amen.
In the stats, stack the sats. Ain't no thing, baby, it's a chance to stack.
Did you see that interview more recently where Nancy Pelosi straight up says her race is cold-blooded reptilian? She wasn't joking. She's being literal. Lizard people. That's all I got to say to that.
Stack those sats, chance to stack the big T's. Baby, you never heard about me.
With another coin. Do I need to order extra supplies for the six-figure party? Supplies? For what? You just need to attend. So your supplies consist of a plane ticket, hopefully round trip. You can head back to wherever you came from. Unless you want to relocate to Puerto Rico, you're welcome. But you really didn't need to bring supplies unless you want to. You can do anything you want. Do I need? Yeah. So November 1st, big funds will start to buy the biddy. October 31st is the year end. And then to the moon. Damn it, JB. You need to do some advertisements on the show. I hate watching YouTube ads. I'd rather watch you push some Bitcoin products. I guess in a perfect world, I would have sponsors on every show. Here and there, we get sponsors, but I'm very selective on who I allow to be a sponsor. I refuse to just pump ish coins, and that's like 99 out of 100 sponsorship requests in my email. Pump our ish coin. How much do you want? 5,000, 10,000. We can give you 20,000. And it's like, don't matter how much money. I'm not pushing that ish. No, thank you. So I don't know what YouTube is pushing upon you guys, but it is what it is. It's one of the ways I monetize the show on YouTube. So they might be pushing McDonald's. I don't know, but it's not me. It's YouTube. It allows me to do this for a living. 225,000 end of the year. TD Bank got in trouble for dollars, eh? 500 to 750 cycle peak 2025. 225,000 Oracle. Now you're talking. Really hoping Fake Toshi gets done for fraud and ends up locked up with the rest of the fraudsters. Like, if you had 1 million biddies, why even try to sue anyone? Because he's just a bad person. You're right. If you're worth billions of dollars or however much he claims to, especially if he claims to be Satoshi, he'd be one of the wealthiest people on the planet. Why would you go out of your way to harm Bitcoin core developers? It's really just an attack against Bitcoin. I hope you guys can see that. There's higher ups pulling the strings, and he is just a pawn at the end of the day, doing the bidding for someone higher up that despises Bitcoin. Whether it's a shadow government, a 3-letter organization, or lizard people. I couldn't tell you. But that's my 2 Satoshis. Still the best show. Always catching. Thank you, Engine Part. I try to keep you guys entertained. Let me know if I'm doing a good job. But welcome, everyone, joining us. Check the feed again over on X. And looks like we got 1,200 people on the stream. Nice. And again, if you guys can repost the stream, comment, quote, it's appreciated. I'll shout you out. And if anyone who subscribes new to the channel, you also get an on-screen shout out. Let's go. But let's continue with the headlines. Excuse me. Welcome, everyone joining us. Next headline, let's discuss everyone's favorite chairman of the SEC. Gary Gensler. The headline reads, SEC taking wrong approach to regulating crypto industry as Gary directs the agency agenda, according to the commissioner. And I actually watched some of the interview with the commissioner. Shout out to the commissioner for calling that out. Got to respect that. That's right. Commissioner of the U.S. SEC says the agency is being steered in the wrong direction in terms of crypto regulation. Clear as day. In a new interview with Fox Business, I watched the interview. So again, respect to the SEC commissioner, Mark Ueda says that no Claire Gare has influence over the overwhelming majority of the SEC employees, and that the regulatory agency is cracking down hard on digital asset industries under his guidance. Quoting him here, within the agency, our agenda is directed by the chairman, Gary Gensler, and so the staff all follow his lead. The joke we have is we have 5,000 employees at the SEC. He controls 4,995. I control 5. Seems like a problem to me. He also recommends the regulatory body create clear crypto guidelines as soon as possible. Well, what's the core or primary reason we don't have clear guidelines? Gary Gensler has weaponized the SEC. He's weaponizing crypto. Quoting him here, I won't speak towards what Gary thinks as to what his personal motivations are. We all know it's clear he's working with frickin' Warren and the Biden administration to cripple crypto. He certainly has a perspective. The way I look at it, I have been with the agency for 18 years. 18 years. Done a lot of things involving regulations of securities. And the approach we're taking seems to be the wrong one. This coming directly from the commissioner. I would like to see us lay out some clear guidance, please, and interpretations of what exactly falls within and falls outside security laws. You can't even start to have a discussion unless you know what's in and what's out. And then from there, to the extent that they are within our realm, we need to think about how brokers handle these securities. Now, this is all by design. It's not a coincidence like, oh my God, there's just no clear guidelines. It's because we have no Claire Gare appointed as the chair of the SEC. This is the problem by design. It's not incompetence. It's called criminal. Do you understand that? Just finished breaking down the debris from the chicken coops. It was sad since I just finished building it. Sorry to hear that, but glad to hear you got the work done. All the losers we have leveraged too much will be teach a lesson, says Laura. I remember when they were building it, dragons be everywhere in the Bitcoin world. We 2024 dragons. That's right. You're the dragon. You will rebuild in no time, I am sure, as your cleanup almost done now. Makes me sad. It was covered by homeowners insurance, so it will be rebuilt. Still makes me sad, though. Too many hours put building it. Yeah, sorry to hear that. I know a lot of the destruction from the hurricane messed up your chicken coops out there, and a lot of property got destroyed. Very sad and very unfortunate. Welcome, everyone. Just joined the stream. We're live and in the flesh. Happy Sunday, fun day. I'm preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi, as I do each and every day, including Sundays. Shout out Ronan Crash. Here's a little proof of work. I appreciate the repost, the comment. He wrote, time to preach the book of Satoshi with the one and only JV. Appreciate it, Ronan. Respect. Yeah. So, yeah. Hopefully Gensler will be gone in a month. Yeah, what would Mr. Trump say? If he gets elected, he said, day one on the job, I will fire Gary Gensler. They need to televise that one. I'd pay to see that. Put it on pay-per-view. I'll drop $80. That'd be better than a UFC fight. Outside of the U.S., how many people have the influence that Gensler has? He is a one-man wrecking ball. And that's the problem. What asset is autonomous, sovereign, anonymous, unhackable, transaction equals the settlement, irrefutable, globally transacted in minutes, unconfiscatable, and un-F-wittable, peer-to-peer? One guess. Let me know. Bye-bye, Gensler. You're out of here. I think Gensler should be investigated and face criminal charges. I don't like the fact they get away with this just because of his position, just because people higher up are protecting him for their agenda doesn't mean the people working for the lizard people should have immunity. If you know what I'm saying. That's right, Bart. Bye-bye, Gensler.
With another coin. Bitcoin. Got my mind on my Bitcoin. And my Bitcoin on my mind. 60 G's. A buying up or 280.
You ever wonder why fiat tulip bulb monopoly money is green? Lizard people. They like green. But want to know what protects you from them? The sound of a bell. So you should have lots of bells around you guys. For protection, of course. And crystals and quartz. The good stuff. And I'm only half joking, by the way. This is for entertainment only. Okay, so Bankman fraud and fake Toshi in a cell together. That'd be interesting. Pump it up, Un Mango. Mad Baker, what it do? As far as criminal investigations, Gensler and toss in Alejandro. Who's the Alejandro guy? I'm not familiar with that person. Got the Bitcoin on the mind. The Biddy. You know how we do. No Diddy. Chandy 10 Music. I'm Welsh, so I am part of a dragon. Dragon Ball Z. We're about to summon the dragon. Maybe maybe that's the goal. You acquire 7 Bitcoin, just like in Dragon Ball. You got to get the 7 Dragon Balls together, and then you summon a dragon and you get a wish. Bitcoin's the same thing. You summon 7 Bitcoins, yo, and it summons a dragon, and you get to make a wish, and you can be financially free. Anything you like. Your wish. Resurrect someone back from the angelic realm, just like in the show Dragon Ball. More cowbells. Hey, any bells will do the job. Shh. Exactly. But let's continue with the news, fam. We broke down the latest with everyone's least favorite chairman. Now let's continue. Next headline reads, Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki predicts everything will crash. Bitcoin may drop to 5,000. Now, I think that's ludicrous, but very attention-grabbing nonetheless. He's ultimately saying Bitcoin can drop all the way down to 5,000 before soaring to 250,000, which is pretty outrageous. But at the same time, let's break this down. Here we go. So yeah, Rich Dad shared his insights on the U.S. economy, gold, Bitcoin, and the market trends on social media platform X on Saturday, Stackin' Saturday, that is. He pointed to gold's all-time high prices, but caution, unfortunately. Higher gold prices generally mean investors are becoming pessimistic. Many investors shift out of stocks and start buying defensive assets. So higher gold prices are not necessarily a good sign. If a major stock market crash occurs, which I am expecting, because the stock market has been high for too many years. So he's ultimately saying, how is the stock market continuing to hit all-time highs when it's all artificially propped? At the end of the day, it can't last like that forever. It can't stay in a bull trend forever. So he says this is not good news for people who do not own gold, silver, and Bitcoin, he opined. The acclaimed author then encouraged people to prepare by studying, watching CNA, joining investment clubs, and watching for post-crash bargains. Then in a few years, when another bull market rises, you'll be one of the richer, smarter investors, he foresees. And in a follow-up post, he warned the everything bubble driven by money printed during the 2008 financial crisis. He predicts the everything bubble is going to turn into the everything crash. Simply said, everything will crash, including gold, silver, and Bitcoin. He compared the situation to a catastrophe, stating that the bubble will burst like Mount Vesuvius, with the crash being detrimental for most people. He warned it could trigger a global depression, similar to one narrowly avoided in 2008. And despite the bleak outlook, Rich Dad believes those prepared will prosper. And after the everything crash that follows the everything bubble, the prepared will get really rich. I plan on being one of the prepared. I plan on becoming even richer. And I want you to become richer too. He noted, take Bitcoin, for example. Let's talk the Biddy. It may crash to 5,000 a coin. Very unlikely. Then boom to 100,000 to 250,000 and higher. That part, very likely. Quoting him here, obviously, I will be buying all the Bitcoin again, as well as the other assets, at bargain basement prices, he emphasized. KISS. Keeping it super simple. The best time to get rich is coming again. He concluded by advising investors to aim for wealth, not to fall victim to the actions of the Fed and Treasury. He urged them to be patient, join investment clubs, watch CNA podcasts, and attend seminars, network with proactive individuals, distance themselves from unhelpful friendships, study, discuss, and prepare for the future. So there you go, yo. That's coming directly from Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. So Mount whatever, Vesuvius, is the ancient volcano in Italy that's the one that rocked Pompeii. I actually visited Pompeii. What a crazy site to visit, yo. When I did my Italian tour and did a little Italy, run. It was pretty cool. But yeah, sad. But that was the active. Oh, I stayed at a hotel right in front of the active volcano, and that volcano is active again. This was back in, I don't know, it could have been 10 years ago. No, not that long ago. What year are we in? 2024. I'm going to assume it was like 2016 when I was there. But it was active when I was there. Calling someone a donkey means someone holding or carrying the bag. Oh, a donkey. Buying high, selling low. So let me use this in a sentence. Dave Portnoy is a donkey. He buy Bitcoin high, sell low. First Bitcoin to 500 G's. But Portnoy apparently learned his lesson because now he's saying the only crypto he recommends is Bitcoin, where before he was pumping the most obvious ish coins there are, such as Safe Moon. And his logic was, in the name it says it's safe and it's going to the moon. What can go wrong with Safe Moon? Long story short, I think it crashed effectively 99.9%. Or went to zero. I'm not even sure, but I haven't heard from Safe Moon in a long time. The only way I'm getting 7 Bitcoin is if it crashes to 5Gs. Bring whatever the price, I am still buying daily. I bet you there's at least a handful of you guys here that have 7 Bitcoin and can summon the dragon if you want today. How many of you can summon a dragon? Let me know. Something with the pizza, eh? What about the pizza? Favorite topping? Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. The only topping besides pineapples and jalapenos. I doubt 5,000, 0 or a million. Yeah, I doubt 50,000 and keep it 100 with you guys. A great strategy. FOMO in at the top, panic sell at the bottom. I'll be in if in 2026, 2027, Bitcoin went back down to 100,000, 90,000. I'd sell everything and Bitcoin went to 5Gs, baby. Safe haven assets are bought when people are fearful. The economy is crap. People are buying gold, silver, Bitcoin, and other. Yeah, I hear they're even buying, what's the other precious metal? I forget. Is it platinum? All sorts of stuff. I hear Sam's Club is selling some other of the precious metals. They did very good with selling the gold. I think gold just recently hit a new all-time high as well. I think 2,600. You know what I mean? I'll be happy. Right on. Good afternoon. Shout out Almiro. What it do? Any type of water exposed to energetic captivation impact produces the lowest cost hydrogen. 25 cents per gasoline gallon equivalent. Excellent for transportation, electricity to mine the biddy. Hodl, hodl, hodl. Speaking of hodl, shout out to the hodl gang. What it do? Welcome everyone joining the stream. We got 1,400 people here live and in the flesh. We just hit the top of the hour. I'm going to check the X feed one time more before we dive into our feature story of the day. The latest with the Giga Chad, projecting MicroStrategy becoming $1 trillion Bitcoin bank. Shout out Darth Melda. Appreciate the repost. Proof of work. We appreciate you, Melda. Bada boom, bada bing. Stacking the biddy. Just reposted the repost. And thank you. Thank you. What, my Elvis impersonator. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, it might have been titanium. It was one of those expensive precious metals. I can think of 40,000, but I think low was in. Will go up. Word. Personally, I don't think the Bitcoin will press much below 60, but do your own TA. Platinum, palladium, and others. Gold, silver are the most popular. Thank you. I think that's it. It was probably platinum. They're a small mining company, Burley, Idaho, eh? Salam, family. Assalamu alaikum, Mohammed. Honored to have you here with us, brother. Sitting on a fence post, chewing on my bubble gum, hot, playing with my yo-yo, doo-wop, 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 doo-wop. Titanium seed phrase plates will push the price upward. Well, anyways, fam. Now for our feature story of the day. MicroStrategy aims to be a Bitcoin bank with $1 trillion valuation. According to Michael Saylor, with MicroStrategy currently sitting on roughly $16 billion worth of the biddy. As you can see here in this headline, and there's another headline that caught my eyesight. Michael Saylor delivers an impressive Bitcoin strategy in sight, which everyone's speaking about right now. So let's break this baby down. And shout out to the Giga Chad, Mikey Saylor, a roll of the dice, Bitcoin on Bitcoin on Bitcoin. But anyways, MicroStrategy is positioning itself to transform how capital is preserved and transferred globally. According to a recent report by Bernstein Research, The company's outspoken co-founder, Mikey Saylor, as we call him, says the company, I'm the only one I've ever heard refer to him as Mikey Saylor, by the way, just for the record, aims to become a Bitcoin bank with a potential $1 trillion valuation. Can you see MicroStrategy becoming a Bitcoin bank valued at $1 trillion? I can see it. Let me know your thoughts. Bernstein has rated MicroStrategy as outperform with a price target of $290. And obviously their stock just broke out, hit another all-time high. And it reflects a 39% upside for the current price of $209, according to Google Finance. The report states that MicroStrategy's significant investment into the Bitcoin is a key driver behind the optimistic prediction. MicroStrategy has gained attention for its large-scale Bitcoin acquisition strategy under the guidance of Mikey Saylor, the firm's executive chair and former CEO. Since 2020, the company has accumulated 252,200 Bitcoin, worth almost $16 billion at this time, making it the largest publicly traded corporate holder of Bitcoin. And good for them. They're the first publicly traded company to put the Bitcoin on the balance sheet, and they have the largest stash. I think the only company that probably has more than them now is BlackRock, which is an asset management giant worth probably north of $11 trillion. And Employee of the Month is typically Michael Saylor or Larry Fink of BlackRock. During an event this week hosted by Bernstein, Saylor explained the rationale behind the MicroStrategy embrace of the biddy. Quoting him here, "We saw Bitcoin as a big tech monetary network," he said, "like Google for money or Facebook for money. MicroStrategy's broader vision is to evolve into a Bitcoin bank," Saylor said, "creating capital markets instruments tied to Bitcoin that can be offered to the investors." I dig it. Quoting him again, "We are in the core business of creating Bitcoin capital market instruments across equity, convertibles, fixed income, and preferred shares," according to Mikey Saylor. "This approach aims to give investors exposure to the Bitcoin price movements while offering various risk-adjusted instruments. And through its securitization of the biddy, MicroStrategy has been able to leverage financial products like convertible bonds and equity to raise capital at low interest rates, then use that capital to buy more Bitcoin." And he says this is infinitely scalable, as I shared in yesterday's podcast. Let me know if you were there. Quoting him here, "We are recycling capital," explained Saylor, "investing in something that yields 3 times the cost of capital." The Bernstein report emphasized that MicroStrategy's innovative approach to securitizing Bitcoin has positioned the company as the leader in the space. And by creating capital market products backed by Bitcoin, the company provides investors a structured way to benefit from the Bitcoin performance. Hence why they're crushing it. And according to the report, MicroStrategy strategy gives it a competitive edge in the digital asset ecosystem. The company's ability to raise capital through debt and equity and reinvest it into Bitcoin has allowed it to capitalize on the growing acceptance of the crypto and traditional financial market. This is a speculative attack on fiat currency and a speculative attack on the central banking cartels. It's freaking genius. And now you have companies such as Metaplanet out of freaking Tokyo, Japan, following in the footsteps of Mikey Saylor, and good for them. Quoting Mikey again, "We are a misunderstood company, akin to a real estate development company, but we're buying the biddy, not real estate." Saylor remains so bullish on Bitcoin that he believes each coin will be worth millions of dollars. Facts, which is why the firm believes that it is the current strategy which will turn it into a $1 trillion company. MicroStrategy currently had a market cap of $42 billion. Only a handful of companies in the world, including Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Nvidia, currently boast a valuation of at least $1 trillion. So do you think Mikey Saylor will accomplish this with MSTR, becoming a $1 trillion valued bank? Let me know your thoughts, and I'm going to dive deeper into this next article and see if there's anything we're missing. So yeah, here's a recent tweet by Mikey Saylor. "If you want to win, you need a Bitcoin strategy. Top 10 performing stocks in the S&P 500. Look at MicroStrategy. Whoa, leading the pack up 1,620%. That's sexy Bitcoin orange. Then Nvidia, 1,100% gains. We have Artista Network, 650%. Quanta Services, 542%. Eli Lilly, 509%. Howamet Aerospace, 454%. Broadcom, 428%. Marathon Oil, 365%. United Rentals, 352%. And Marathon Petroleum, 342%. And this is stock performance since August 10th of 2020 when MicroStrategy officially adopted the Bitcoin strategy. So not too shabby to be up 1,620%, leading all of the S&P 500. So long live the Giga Chad, Mikey Saylor. So in essence, MicroStrategy and Saylor's approach is simple. Just buy the Bitcoin. They don't care if it's at the bottom or the top. In fact, Michael Saylor, I actually looked this up earlier, 40 Bitcoin purchases since 2020 when they adopted Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset to put a Bitcoin on the balance sheet. And he's not slowing down. Here's the reality. Michael Saylor don't care if he purchases Bitcoin at the top, the bottom, in between, anywhere in between. He's going to continue to buy it and turn MicroStrategy into a $1 trillion Bitcoin bank. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the Giga Chad and some of his projections. I'm going to read your comments out loud. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. If Bitcoin does what it has post every halving event, it will go up 2 fib levels. The current 1.14 fib equals 440 G's. The 1.236 fib equals 3 million. Let's freaking go. Chris, what it do, JV? Welcome to the stream. Welcome anyone to the stream. Welcome everyone to the stream. It's going up forever, Laura. So we got 1,500 people here, not too shabby. What we're going to do now is continue with the uncensored extended version of the pod, meaning we're going to continue on X and Rumble with the current stream, but we're going to end the YouTube because YouTube is heavily censored and JV likes to be free, uncensored, just like Bitcoin. I want to be free, just like El Salvador. I want to be free from the IMF and control of the lizard people. So I'm going to end the stream right now on the YouTube. Head on over to the Rumble, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Get in where you fit in. Deuces. Yeah, YouTube stream should be ending any moment. Welcome, y'all. What's crack-a-lackin'?